Hey everyone, Nick from StruSoft here, and welcome to this tip of the week. So this week we're going to take a look at how to create an A-frame stack to use with impact transport or any other type of stack for that matter. So we have a picture of an A-frame here, or at least the way it's represented inside impact. And as I usually would say now, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So right now I have my Impact Resource Manager open. The Impact Resource Manager, of course, is where you do the settings and so on and so forth. In here, we will make that A-frame stack. Before you can make stacks and use stacks and transports and so on and so forth, you need to go in to your settings, to your divisions, and make sure, of course, that you have a transport division. If you do not have a transport division, go ahead, right-click, make a new transport division in the factory related for it, give it a name, save it, of course. I already have one, so that's the one we'll be using. Then we'll go down to Stack Templates, where here I have a lot already, and I'll make a new A-frame just for you guys. So we'll make a new one. We'll call it A-frame tip. The type when it's an A-frame is a rack. We will give it the maximum element length of 5 meters in this case here. And then you can see, okay, what is the maximum element width and element height here? And here you can set up, of course, how much should the maximum be for the element. For me, in my case, it's not so important. Right now, we'll give it 24 tons of mass, 4 elements in total. Give it a tolerance in the X and Y directions of 100 millimeters. This is the tolerance in between the actual elements. So if the elements need to have some sort of distance in between where you put in distancing like timber and so on, of course, so they're not directly on top of each other. So we'll hit save here. So now we have our A-frame tip, but with the A-frame, we need to do one more thing. We need to go down and take the rack type here. And the rack type with an A-frame is double-sided. The loading direction we'd like to be center, then it'll go left, right, meaning that we'll keep the center of gravity when we lift the elements off and we get to the site. So we'll take the rack length, put it to 5 meters, the width to 2550, the height maybe to 3000, the top width itself to 50, the angle to 3 degrees, maybe it'll weigh 1 ton by itself, the center of gravity in it will be 1275 and 2500. Set we can also take in this case here if we want. We don't have to, but this is all due to the center of gravity calculation that'll come on the trucks afterwards. So basically, now we have a new A-frame with a length of 5 meters, maximum 5 meter length elements on it. This means that we can put 2 A-frames maybe on one trailer. We'll go to transport vehicles just because to put a stack on something later on, we'll need a vehicle. You can see here, I have my trailer. I already have a trailer for A-frames, slabs, etc., where we have a vehicle length of 12.5 meters, and the vehicle axles have a pin and a triple axle in this case here. If you want to make a new one or change it, you can do exactly the same as we just did for the stack template. Very simple. Add a pin and a axle as well. And the last thing for the template, we're not going to use this one, but just to inform you guys, here is, we have our trailer, and you can see, you can create a template by right-clicking new, give it an order, go down here, and in this case here, you can pick up if you need a default stack to be in that type. So in this case, if I just want to create a truck directly from the software, it'll automatically stack the elements on A-frames. But basically that's it. Super, super simple. Not a lot to it. So everything is set up. You can see it took me 1 minute maybe to do it. And of course, all the numbers here, play around with them. get them exactly as you need to get them so that it fits your A-frame. So let's go to the project manager, and here we have a small project in which we can stack some of the walls, maybe some of the sandwich walls on floor 1 onto our new A-frame. So in the case, we're not talking about how to stack here, which order and so on. So I'm just going to take some elements. We'll put them on our A-frame tip here. Let's see what happens. So now we're going to stack them all. Some elements have been planned for stack. If I double click here, we'll see our A-frame here. The elements stacked as well. And what we can do in just this case, just to add some extra things, we can go in and take these 3. And since we're talking about transport, just adding them to a transport here for the trailer. We'll hit OK as well. In this case here, we'll go in and look at the trailer, see if we could actually fit 2 A-frames on a stack. So here we go. Here is 1, 51%. That's because we only have 1 on it, so we can probably fit 1 more if it's not as heavy as this one. And here we go. We have 1 more for our truck in this case, and you can see this snugly fits in these 2 A-frames. So basically that's it. Thanks for following along on this tip of the week, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.